A travesty of justice. Jack Smith's witch hunt exposed. Jack Smith's report was supposed to be the smoking gun, the final nail in President Trump's coffin. Instead, it blew up in their faces. The American people saw this sham for what it was, a politically motivated witch hunt. Smith, a Democrat operative, was tasked with finding a crime, any crime, to pin on Trump. He failed miserably. The accusations were baseless from the start. They rehashed the same tired claims about January 6th, the same desperate attempts to overturn the will of the people. But the evidence? Non-existent. The Democrats and their allies in the media cried wolf too many times. This wasn't about justice. It was about silencing a powerful voice, a voice that dared to challenge the swamp, the deep state, the radical left. Trump threatened their power, so they tried to destroy him. But they underestimated the American people. We see through the lies. The Unselect Committee on January 6th was another weaponized tool, used to attack President Trump and his supporters. They trampled on due process. They shredded evidence that would have exonerated the president. This was a kangaroo court, and their findings were illegitimate. The people have spoken, Trump's triumph and the left's denial. The American people rendered their verdict in 2024. They re-elected Donald J. Trump. A resounding victory that sent shockwaves through the establishment. This was a rejection of the radical left's agenda, a repudiation of the witch hunts and the lies. The voters saw through the media's smears. They knew the truth. President Trump is a fighter. He loves this country, and he puts America first. He stands up for the forgotten men and women, and he will never back down from a fight. But the left refuses to accept the results. They cling to their delusions. They peddle conspiracy theories about stolen elections. They try to delegitimize President Trump's victory. They are the real threat to democracy. The American people have spoken. It's time for the left to listen. Smoke and mirrors. The suspicious timing of Smith's report. The timing of Smith's report was no coincidence. It was a desperate attempt to influence the 2024 election. They knew they couldn't let the American people hear the truth. They couldn't risk President Trump exposing their lies. So they waited until the 11th hour, hoping to drop this bombshell right before the election. They thought it would derail President Trump's campaign. They thought they could sway the voters. They were wrong. This last-ditch effort backfired spectacularly. It only served to energize President Trump's base. It exposed the desperation and the dishonesty of the deep state. The American people saw this for what it was, a pathetic attempt to steal another election. They won't get away with it. Media malice, NBC, Seth Meyers, and the echo chamber of lies. The mainstream media is complicit in this witch hunt. They are the propaganda arm of the Democrat Party. They push the same lies, the same smears, the same distortions. They are the enemy of the people. NBC, once a respected news organization, is now a shell of its former self. They have become a mouthpiece for the radical left. Seth Meyers, a comedian with no journalistic integrity, uses his platform to spread misinformation and attack President Trump. These are not journalists. These are activists. They have abandoned any pretense of objectivity. They are more interested in pushing an agenda than reporting the facts. They are a danger to our democracy. The American people deserve better. They deserve a media that is fair and impartial. They deserve the truth.